My name is Elizabeth Adjei from Ghana, and the name of my business is Purple Kreations. I started my business in 2021, so that makes it 2 years. And I'm into the recycling of African fabric waste to design outfits, so like t-shirts, jeans, bags, shoes, watches. So I design all these outfits using African fabric waste. I got this idea when I first got my sewing machine as a gift in 2021. So I was just looking at how to actually do business and actually save the world with what I have. So I researched about fabrics, and then I realized that aside the fast fashion that we are going for, it has a whole lot of side effects. It's destroying our landfill and our soil. So I decided to save the earth with just this idea. My business has grown. I've seen it grow over the 2 years that it started. I've grown my customer base. I've increased my profit margin because I was a startup, and because there's so much competition in this space. I entered with price penetration, but I've actually grown from 15% profit margin through to 35% profit margin over the 2 years. That is growth for me. Being part of Nexford's 4 years for entrepreneurs program will help me grow my business by actually putting all that I've learned from Nexford into practice, and being able to keep proper records for my business, being able to do a good market research, being able to understand the market and to expand. I decided to do my MBA at Nexford because I'd wanted the flexibility whilst working. So I wanted flexible time to study. I wanted a flexible time to also work at the same time. I believe Nexford can help entrepreneurs succeed because everything that is learned at Nexford, every information that is shared, everything in the canvas actually helps us to implement real business strategies in our enterprises. So all the assignments we do, I remember each and every assignment I submit on the canvas, I use my business. So it means that if you are doing sustainable practices, I use my business to answer all the questions that I upload. And I realized that if I'm able to implement these things that are taught, I'm going to grow my business, up to expand my business very well. Nexford's MBA has made a difference in my business with regards to knowledge and insight. I started this business just because I had the passion and just because I knew how to design. But I realized that there was more to doing business. There was more to starting an enterprise. And I believe that this is what Nexford has done for me. I chose an American university and not a local university because I saw the stress that my colleagues were actually going through with lots of assignments and lots of theses, lots of papers to write. And they always complained that everything was theorized and not necessarily practical. And it was like most of the things they learned were not necessarily skills that they actually needed in their next step in life. But I believe that joining Nexford, everything, every assignment, every activity that is done at Nexford is actually helpful in every step of your life. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be a manager, if you want a promotion, Nexford has all these skills, all these, I'll name it 21st century skills, I'll name it 21st century expertise. That is what Nexford gives us, and not the normal training that is being done in our local universities. The skills from Nexford MBA that I've actually implemented in my life and my business. I'll say is the aspect of leadership and team building, teamwork. So I learned about how to manage a whole team, how to manage conflicts, how to break down, or how to even communicate tasks and objectives and goals in an organization for everybody to understand, so that we are all on the same page and no one defeats. And that is one thing I've really learned from my studies at Nexford. My first course, Global Business, it was very interesting. I even started sharing some of the things I was learning with my friends. I learned about Starbucks, and the story about Starbucks alone has changed my way of thinking about business. I will really recommend Nexford to all my friends who are entrepreneurs, even those who are employees. And because most of my friends, they will always want to continue their education, and because they are in the working space, they wouldn't know how to put their work on hold and then go to school. And then they realize that the years are going and the years are passing and they're still not doing their masters. But with Nexford, it gives you the flexibility. You have the time to study at your own pace. You can have the flexibility of when you want to, or when you can pay your fees, whether at the end of every month or you want it to be accumulated to you the quarter of the year. So I'll recommend it to all my friends, all entrepreneurs, even employees, to take this opportunity. And it's genuine. One thing about Africans, they think some of these things are not genuine, but it's very genuine, it's very authentic, and you get your certificate at the end of your studies. You can get a promotion, you can get a job, you can move to the next stage of your life with Nexford.